Hello YouTube, SEstkr here. Hope y'all are doing well today. I thought today I would go over the coin verification tools that every stacker or collector or stock collector, if you're like me, I do both. Every stock collector needs. If you don't have a Sigma, that is. If you can afford a Sigma Metalytics, get the Pro. That's the way to go. But if you can't afford that, you're going to need some tools like these. First off, you'll need a place to get your measurements, your weights, your diameters of your coins. And for that, you will need a good book. This is the 2026 Red Book of coins, U.S. coins. If you're in Canada, I'm sure they have something similar in Canada or Scotland or wherever you are. There is a reference guide to the coins in your area. This will give you weights. This will give you varieties. And this will give you the diameter the coins are supposed to be, the weight they're supposed to be. It'll give you all the information you're looking for when it comes to testing your coins. So that's the first part of the kit. You gotta have the reference material to find your weights and your measurements. Number two, we talk about measuring the diameter of a coin. This is my set of calipers right here. Oh, wrong button. Zero that out. So now this set of calipers gives you three options. It measures in inches, it measures in millimeters, and it measures in inches with fractions. So if you want to do inches with fractions, it will do that as well. And this is important for, this is a magnet obviously, but let's say this is a coin we need to verify. Well, that's going to stick. Let's do this spinner thing here instead. We need to verify what the diameter of a coin is. Okay. This is how you would do that. You measure the diameter of a coin, and you can also measure the thickness. You can also measure the thickness of a coin. If a coin is supposed to be 2 millimeters thick or whatever. I think I've got this set to inches currently, but let's change it to millimeters here. That's inches with fractions, and then that's millimeters. Okay. So I always want to go back and make sure you're zeroed out. Just make sure you're zeroed out. Open it up. If you're going to measure the thickness of a coin, right there, 3.03 millimeters is what the thickness of this coin spinner is. And if you're wanting to do the diameter again, I don't know if I showed it on camera the way I was holding it. Y'all might not have seen it, but you would measure the diameter of a coin. This is a 38 millimeter, 38 and a half. So that'll give you measurements on that type of stuff right there. This is a delicate piece of equipment. I didn't mean to jerk it back up that quick, but obviously you want to be careful with this. I bought this on Amazon. I think it was $14, and it came with extra batteries and instructions and stuff. So not a very expensive tool. I know it may look expensive. These come in stainless steel, black, different colors. And I wanted the 3-mode version. So if I ever need to do the fractions, it will do the fractions for me as well. It comes with a book of instructions, and it also comes with a little screwdriver tool if you need to change the battery out. There is a little cover right here. You can see the two little screws right here on the cover. You take those two screws out, pop a new battery in, and you're good to go. And it gives you the tool to do that with as well. And I'll back that up and kind of show you where that pops in right here. There. So that's a good instrument to have. Obviously, coin pinger, this is something I just recently got. Coin pinger is going to be, I believe these are like $30-something, to be honest with you. But you're not getting just the pinger, you're getting the app to use it with, so there's some software there. It's worth the money. If it saves you on one coin, it's paid for itself. And obviously you get a fake coin to test with also to get the stick. So I wanted to cover that. Everybody will need a good knife if you're taking coins out of capsules. These are, you can buy a capsule opening tool. I just use my knife. It works well. A good thin edge knife is a good capsule opening tool, obviously. Let me shut this back up right here and get it out of the way for y'all. Obviously, you can see I've got this labeled coin verification calipers, SEstkr. I had a little place for a label there, so I utilized my label maker and made me a label for that. Next up, probably the second after the book, you want to get a good loop. This is I believe this is a 30 times loop, and the small one is a 60 times loop. And let's see if the light, sometimes the light will work, sometimes it won't, because this is not the best loop. This is a cheap one I got from Amazon. But a loop will give you much more detail on a coin if you're needing to find the date, or if you're looking for mint marks, or if you're looking for errors, mint clashes, or not die clashes, or whatever. A good loop is what you're going to need. Now, y'all see me use this a lot. This comes in handy. If I just need to check the date on something, that comes in handy. But the loop is much stronger, and you'll get much more detail. You'll get a better look at the surface of a coin with a loop than you will with this. So, this may be a long video. Next up, a good set of scales. You always want a scale with a recalibration weight. These scales are very, very sensitive. If you breathe on them, it will register numbers if you breathe on it. So, and if you're trying to measure something and you move the scale, you're going to get an error. So, for best practices, lay it flat on a table. If you're measuring the weight of a coin, turn your head, breathe in an opposite direction, because these are very sensitive units here. This has the quick instructions on how to recalibrate, or just how to use the scale. This measures in grains, troy ounces, grams. I forget what all. There's like several different modes. It's probably going to give me an error because I'm holding it up. See, it won't zero. But you can filter through the modes. It'll tell you troy ounces, grams, whatever. But these, they have to be solidly level on a table. And again, if you breathe on it, it's going to register, because these things are very, very sensitive. And these are, 10, 11 bucks. This is a top 100, so this is a 100 gram calibration weight. Anything over 100 grams is going to overload this scale. So if you want to weigh a 5-ounce bar, you may want to get like a kitchen scale for that, or a 10-ounce bar. This is made for small coins, dimes, it'll go up to 3 troy ounces, I believe is where it tops out at. I wanted to cover that, and of course I've got my sticker and label maker. So I've got that. That just about covers everything. You know, every stock collector is going to need a stapler if you're putting coins in flips. That's an obvious one. But I just wanted to show you these few things, especially the calipers and the loop and the reference book. This is where you'll get all your weights and your diameters on your coins. And if they're different, like on Morgan's, you've got 8 tail feathers, you've got different VAMs. It'll cover all that in this book. So this is the 2026, the official Red Book, a guidebook of United States coins. So that's what it's called. If you're interested in that, Amazon all day long, you can buy those. I thought I would just go over, this is my stock collector toolbox type of deal. If you have other tools, you can add other things to this if you feel like you need them. This is what I use to verify coins when I get them. When you get coins in, when you get new coins, whether you bought it from Whatnot or bought it from a trusted seller on eBay or for whatever, you know, always take your coins out of whatever flips they come in. Check them, weigh them. Like with that dime, the fake dime I received last week, had I not taken that coin out of the flip, I would have never caught that dime was way too, you know, it was, something was off on it. That thing was way light. It had rough burrs around the edge where you can tell it was plastic. And when you mold inject something, injection molding plastic, where you clip the gates off around the edge of the coin, you could feel all that. So several red flags on that one. But you're going to go through some coin flips and stuff, and that's fine. You know, you need to stack some of that stuff anyway. But I would suggest, whatever you get, take it out of the container it's in, whether it's a flip, whether it's a clear flip. Take it out, weigh it, check it, ping it if necessary, if it's big enough. And then you'll know for sure if what you got is the real deal. Long video today. Sorry about that. Hopefully I'll be going to the coin shop tomorrow. So I'm going to take a buddy over there. I'm going to educate him on some coins. He's wanting to buy his daughter some silver dollars for their birth year or something. I forget what it was. But have a good one. It's SEstkr. Maybe this will help you all out.